Hey everybody in the Going Vegan for Health group, it's Vegan Coach Naomi, and I'm here for our second installment of Cook, Chat, and Chow Down with Rosana,
Hi.
our fabulous member. If you guys have seen what Rosana cooks, she cooks by heart. And you know what that means? She just throws shit in the pot and it turns out amazing. That's right? Am I right?
Right.
And so she'll post her pictures in our group, and everybody will be like, "What's the recipe? What's the recipe?" And she's like, "Oh, sorry, there's no recipe." Or she'll go, "It's this, that, and the other thing. Just make it up."
Just no measurements.
So today I nailed her down, and we are going to be making. We are going to be making. What are we making?
Red lentil, veggie and bean stew. So instead of beef stew, it's going to be
bean stew.
Bean stew.
Yes.
So it's delicious, and if you're in a hurry, I'm going to show you shortcuts to a lot of these, a lot of the prep work and cooking.
That's what people need, right? Shortcuts. So so the whole thing here is that I nailed her down, and she's going to let me write down the recipe. So as we go along, you don't have to listen to what the recipe is. Let's see who's on. Kim's here. Hi, Kim. Judy, what's up? Have you met Judy?
I think so.
Judy, have you met Rosana?
I know. I feel like I know her from your group.
She comes to all my potlucks. She is very active in the group. She's always around. But
Maybe.
you haven't been in a while. But she was at one of the potlucks you were at, the Asian one.
I was definitely at the Asian one.
Connie says, "Hey." Okay, Jennifer, nice to see you. Okay, Judy does know you. Wonderful.
Okay, great.
Okay, perfect. Glad to see that. So, for those of you just hopping on, Ronnie, hey. That's your husband. We are making a red lentil veggie bean stew instead of like a red lentil veggie beef stew. Does that make sense to you guys? So, we're going to talk about Rosana's amazing health success turnaround story a little bit later in the broadcast, but right now she's going to show us, because she works full time, right, Rosana?
Right.
And she comes home from work, and she also has a teenage son and a husband, and she needs to get dinner on the table. So we're going to talk about some of the prep work that she does here, and and at the same time she's going to say what this recipe is, and I'm going to be writing it down.
Okay.
Hit it.
So, I got some veggie broth, organic veggie broth. You can buy it at Publix, or any veggie broth will do. And then what I did is I took about 7 garlics and just a handful, just literally a handful of parsley.
See that? See how that is? She doesn't give a measurement. She says a handful. But I happen to know that a handful is a 1/4 cup. So, all right, 7 cloves of garlic and a handful of parsley. Flat leaf or curly?
I like curly.
Curly. Okay, curly it is.
And then what I do is, I love this thing. I use it every single day. I took 2 carrots.
2 carrots.
And I just kind of, you know, cut the end off and threw it in here. And then all I have to do is just throw it in my pot.
So it's completely processed. She doesn't have to do anything, no chopping, none of that. So if you guys have seen me cook, you know I use my Xylus slicer and I go ch-ch-ch-ch-ch. She likes to do this, and this is a great idea to make the chopping work easier.
What I do here is I add a little bit of water.
Oh, to get it all out.
To get it all out.
Great idea.
And just kind of throw it in there.
And so we're not using oil, right? Just veggie broth.
Veggie broth and water.
So for anybody who's been wondering, how do I saute without oil? This is how you do it, right?
Right.
Yeah. Okay, what's next?
I cut up 3 red potatoes. I leave the skin on. I just wash them and I cut them up in cubes and I throw that in there.
And the skin is on because lots of the fiber in potatoes and lots of the minerals in potatoes are in the skin. So you wouldn't want to not eat them. And a good idea is to buy organic potatoes because they grow in the earth and you want to be able to leave the skin on. So, so the skin doesn't taste like skin in the stew, right? It just gets soft.
Right.
Yeah.
It just gets soft. Sometimes it even falls off. Then I add the rest of my veggie broth,
How much veggie broth?
the whole thing.
The whole container.
Yes.
So, okay, so a whole container of veggie broth. That's 32 ounces, which is 4 cups. Okay. Smells so good in here, you guys. You have no idea. Hey, Luana, what's up? Judy says, what is that gadget? This is a mini chop. This gadget, this is a mini chop. Like my Ninja mini chop that you've seen, Judy. Any brand mini chop will do. It has like an S blade. See, like this?
It's about $10, $15.
Yeah, very, very inexpensive. Very inexpensive. Okay, what's next?
Well, I want
Smells
to get my
so good.
lentils in there. I just like when they fall apart.
Yeah, me too. All right, she's rinsing lentils. We got a whole bag of lentils going, right?
Right.
And she's got to rinse them off before we can get them in the pot.
I
So,
do half a cup.
oh, just half a cup. Okay, so just half a cup of lentils. Oh my God, did you guys see the picture of this that I posted? And it's gonna be a lime cilantro rice, and we're gonna see how she puts that together. And I have to be honest, I haven't been using my herbs enough, and they are such a giant source of antioxidants and phytochemicals. I think they might even be part of Dr. Greger's Daily Dozen and Dr. Furman's G-Bombs to be eating, there she goes with the red lentils, to be eating herbs every day. And a great way to do it is to chop them up and mix them in the rice.
Yes.
It's gonna be delicious. I can't wait. I think it's gonna be like a habit.
And I'm hungry. Are you hungry?
Hungry. Always.
All right, and then I do
And then,
red quinoa.
oh, red quinoa. Interesting. Did you guys know this had quinoa in it? Because neither did I. That's when you cook with Rosana, you don't know what's gonna happen. Okay, red quinoa.
Half a cup.
How much? Half a cup? Okay. All right, so half a cup of each. Okay. Yum.
I'm gonna add TVP, a little
Okay.
bit of it, but I don't add it yet.
Okay, yes, textured vegetable protein. Let me show that for everybody. For everybody who doesn't know what this is called textured vegetable protein. It comes by Bob's Red Mill, and the only ingredient is defatted soy flour. So yes, it is a processed food, but it only has one ingredient, so it actually classifies as a whole food and is a good thing to add to soups. It gives it some bite, a little different than rice, a little different than quinoa. And I do add these to my sauces. I add these to chili sometimes, depending on just what I feel like. My husband loves this. And so it looks kind of like grape nuts. I want to show you guys. Dawn says, all Naomi had for lunch was soup, so she's definitely hungry. Yes, I was with Don Golden this morning, and all I had was soup, and I'm starving. Textured vegetable protein looks like this, which is like grape nuts, if you guys know what grape nuts are, which I love. And so you have to reconstitute it in some veggie broth, and you only do it right when you're ready to add to a meal. You do not put it in to cook with the meal, right? That's right how you do it.
Right.
I think I taught you this
me.
last time we were on. I taught her this. So, so this is something that is good to pick up and use once in a while. I wouldn't say to put it in everything I make.
Right.
You know, I like to do different things all the time, so we have a varied whole food plant-based diet, and this is just one tool in the toolkit, right?
Right.
So she's gonna put some of this in tonight.
The next thing I do is I wash one red pepper, one whole red pepper, one whole green pepper.
Lots of peppers. Who likes peppers?
If you don't like that many peppers, I would do maybe half and half.
All right, Luana says yes, Dr. G. Dr. Greger says to add at least 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric daily plus others. So I know that Dr. Esselstyn loves cilantro. Like he lists off all the greens and stuff, and one of them is always cilantro. Don says me. What did I ask? Who's hungry or who likes peppers? Don.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I love peppers.
So
I can eat them raw too.
Yes, one whole green, one whole red. So this is where I would use my slicer for sure. And
Oh, really?
Yeah, that would make it so easy. But you're doing good. She's quick. She's so quick. You could have also thrown them in there and done it in there.
Yeah, I guess I could have.
Yeah.
Oh.
You could also pile them up like that. You see how she's piling them up?
I usually remove this part right here.
No, it doesn't matter.
I have picky kids.
Hey, you have picky kids. Who else has picky kids here? If you have picky kids, tell us how picky are your kids. Like, if they have vegetables in the soup, do they pick around it? Do they know when you add vegetables to things? Like how picky are your kids?
Well, the food chopper is a good way to hide things because it chops it so small. Like the carrots are tiny.
Yeah, the carrots are tiny. That's a good tip in sauce. If you want to make like a tomato sauce, you put those chopped carrots in, they will never know.
No.
They will never know.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
I used to hide spinach that way too.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Really? So, so how is your son doing with his whole food plant-based sort of? Because I know, how long ago did you go vegan?
So I went vegan 2 years ago. It'll be 2 years in July.
2 years in July.
And he sticks to it as long as that's what I'm
Cooking for
offering.
dinner.
But, you know, from time to time he wants to change it up and eat other foods.
So when he's out, he gets whatever he wants, right? Isn't that pretty?
Right.
Oh, look at all the hearts going for the peppers. That's so nice.
All right, so we just throw the peppers right in.
Okay. And there they go. Oh my God, this is so colorful. Let's show them let's show it. Can you guys see that? Look at that pot of beauty. I know you guys are all gonna want this recipe. It's gonna be amazing. And she's got the rice in a rice cooker here. She uses like a small rice cooker. Rosana does not use an Instant Pot yet. She's old school. And I will be putting this in the directions how to do it in an Instant Pot as well, because I know a lot of you have an Instant Pot, and so do I, so I want to make it in the Instant Pot. Okay, keep going.
All right, so we got the quinoa, we got the red lentils. I wait on the TDP.
I need to open these.
I'll open this one.
Are we rinsing these? So what kind of beans are we putting in? Great Northern beans.
So we have Great Northern and spicy chili pinto beans.
So 1 can, whoop, the pen doesn't work. So 1 can Great Northern. Hey, if you want a recipe from Rosana, then you have to wait while I write it down. That's just how that's gonna go. All right, 1 can Great Northern. So, what's in spicy, let me see that can. What's in that can of spicy chili beans? Oh, read that out to us, Rosana.
Let's see, prepared pinto beans, water contains less than 2%, chili powder, chili pepper, spices, salt, sugar, salt, tomato paste, soybean oil. You might want to rinse these.
You might want to rinse those.
Yes.
So Rosana learns something new every time I dash her hopes about something she loves. I think like I'm the biggest killjoy in her life. Although I brought her to this lifestyle as well. So, and she truly loves it and has truly turned her life around. And you're going to hear that story in a few. So what else was in there besides the oil and the sugar and the corn and the starch?
Let's see. Corn flour, wheat flour, paprika,
Yeah.
tortilla yeast, onion powder, and mustard flour.
Okay, so
These are actually not the ones I actually usually buy.
okay.
But it's what I had. I didn't really, I guess, take a good look at it.
Okay. So anything that has like a flavor on the can, so spicy, the word spicy on the can, that means there's a flavor added to it. So whenever you see a can with a flavor, this is a great learning opportunity. Good. Whenever you see a can with a flavor, you always want to flip that can around and see how are they getting that flavor in the can. And you may often find that it's sugar, salt, all kinds of things you might, oil, things you might not want to eat. Okay, what's that?
We're putting chili powder instead.
How much?
Just a sprinkle. What I like to do is
Probably more than that.
What I like to do is I like to taste it
And then add
and then
later.
add later.
So we'll measure later and we'll add it later?
Yeah, because
Okay.
depending on what you put in your pot, sometimes you're in the mood for something a little spicier. Sometimes, I don't know, is that the way you feel too?
What I do is I put a little bit of the spice on beforehand, and then I add more when I taste it, and then I add more when I serve it. Are we putting this in as well?
Yes.
Okay, here come the Great Northern beans. We rinse those. Do you normally rinse those too?
Yes.
Okay, so I did the right thing. I shouldn't have done anything. So, gosh, this looks gorgeous. So, watch out, that's hot. Okay.
So
salt.
I have some pink salt.
Okay. That's another thing. I put usually just like a half a teaspoon. Right, Don? Was that a half a teaspoon we put in that soup? And
we
then
can measure.
And then we just.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And then we just put more later if we, because some people can't have salt, some people shouldn't have salt, some people don't want salt, and some people want salt. So you always want to put the option.
All right, so we're gonna measure.
Okay.
Here's half a teaspoon.
Half a teaspoon. Okay, half teaspoon of salt. And we can add more when we taste it. What else?
Then if you want, I can measure the pepper.
Yeah, let's measure. That has its, yeah. Okay, pepper.
I don't think I've ever opened the other side.
She does not measure. I'm telling you the truth. She measures nothing. No measuring. So who else has read their cans and jars in their own kitchens and been appalled at what the ingredients are in the can like we just did?
Well, that's what I get for not getting what I usually get.
Yeah. So what do you usually get? Because you called it chili beans. So
I
you
get
should
chili beans.
Take a look at those.
You know what? I
also.
do need to. It's the
Yeah.
Publix one, but
Yeah.
they didn't have it.
So half a teaspoon of pepper as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Then we're gonna do garlic.
Garlic powder.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I don't have a way of measuring this one.
You take it off.
Oh, okay. I don't even know how to measure things.
She doesn't even know how to measure. There's literally no measuring going on. So you don't really know if that's how much you use. I actually use a full teaspoon in everything I make. She's got a half there. I'd add more.
All right, let's add one.
Yeah, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. All right, what else? Any other interesting spices go in this?
Yes, I'm looking for it.
Okay.
Here we go. Smoked paprika.
My favorite smoked
This-
paprika.
I love this stuff.
Yeah, let me know if you love smoked paprika. Say aye. Ann Farrier says, canned foods are usually high in sodium and all kinds of words we can't pronounce. Rachel says, yes, I've read my cans many times, especially since you took that nutrition class probably when we discussed.
I'm gonna do one
Okay.
full.
1 teaspoon smoked paprika, which is my all-time favorite spice. Let me know if you love smoked paprika, or if you don't, what is your all-time favorite spice? Judy says, I have to say, unless I'm trying a new recipe, I do not measure either. You not measurers, you're good. You're better than me. Jennifer says, I love smoked paprika, read your cans. I asked so many questions, I don't even know what I asked. Love smoked paprika, and Don says, nope, not me, no smoked paprika.
Okay.
Luana goes, I love smoked paprika. Luana, do you have it in those things on the side of your refrigerator, like in the large size? Okay.
All right, so this is simmering.
Oh gosh, isn't that gorgeous?
I add the TVP at the very end.
We'll show you how to reconstitute that. We'll do it on camera, right?
Yes.
I don't think we did it on camera, but did we last time? We'll do it again. Somebody's saying, Judy says, Anne says she loves basil. Yeah, I love basil too. All right, so now we're gonna simmer for how long?
It's going to simmer for about, I check it in about 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
15 to 20 minutes I check it. Because I put the carrots in the food processor, it might cook quicker.
Okay.
So, and the potatoes are fairly small.
Small.
Yeah,
Okay, so you have this set on medium high.
medium high.
Okay. So now in an Instant Pot, I might reduce the liquid by a half a cup or so. I'm gonna test it, and then I would just push the soup button and walk away. That's it. You put everything in the Instant Pot, you push the soup button, and you walk away.
Really?
That's what I would do for that.
I've never used an Instant Pot.
Yeah. So Instant Pot is great for this kind of cooking where you just are throwing everything in the pot. Come close to me so they can see how pretty you are. When you just like, cause you cook that way, you just throw whatever you want, you throw it in the pot, you put the cover on, you push the button, and you walk away. So that's the soup button, and everything, and so it pressure cooks for I think 30 something minutes, and then everything is perfect.
Oh, nice.
It's
I'll have to
crazy.
try it.
It's crazy.
I've heard people also cook oatmeal in there.
I cook oatmeal in there as
Okay.
well. Yeah, you can cook a big batch, and then you can have it all week long.
That's awesome. I'm gonna have to get one.
So, Luana says, I love Instant Pots. And why do you think she's saying plural with an S?
She has more than one.
She has more than one. That's right. And what's your new Instant Pot's name? She names them. Wait till she'll tell you her new Instant Pot's name. So, okay, so are we done with this for now?
We're done with this for now.
So that was the cooking portion. Now we're going to get to the chatting portion. Connie says, this is the way that I cook as well. My family always gripes because I can't give them exact measurements. She is a girl after my own heart.
Yes.
Yep.
I can't give recipes either, but I can show you how to make everything. And then if you want to take down, recipes, I will measure it in front of you. And then if I feel like we need to add more, we'll add it to the recipe.
Yeah. So that's why it's so special that I got her here and I'm writing it down. See? It's going to become official. Luana says Sabrina. Her new Instant Pot's name is Sabrina.
Oh, okay. Very nice.
So funny. So another reason I love to talk with Rosana is because she has had a really amazing health turnaround on a whole food plant-based diet. And I want her to tell you what was your health like before you went vegan? Why did you go vegan? Tell us that part of the story.
Well, prior to going vegan, I had rosacea all over my face. I would cover it with makeup, and then halfway through the day, it would just kind of seep through.
Anybody else have rosacea? It's an autoimmune condition which enlarges the capillaries on your cheeks, right? And what else? Your nose? Where else? Was it?
Yeah, it just kind of looked like a butterfly. Mm-hmm. So they even tested me for lupus because it had that butterfly effect look.
Thank God you didn't have lupus.
Yes,
Yeah.
I tested negative for lupus, and then I really couldn't figure out what was wrong. Actually, going on the plant-based diet, I wasn't looking to improve the rosacea. It just kind of happened, and it was a plus.
Yeah.
I went on the plant-based diet to lower my cholesterol.
And what else? There was more the doctor said. Tell them the whole story about the doctor before that.
Pre-diabetic. So I was in the stages right before diabetes. I had high cholesterol, and
Do you remember what it was?
You know what? I forgot all about it.
Forgot all about it. But 240, that's high. Yeah.
240, or it might have been 237.
Okay,
230. I think it
whatever.
was 230. It's close to 240.
Right.
I was able to reduce that cholesterol within 3 months to 37 points. No longer pre-diabetic.
Yeah, the doctor said, hey, you're not pre-diabetic anymore.
Yeah.
So what spurred you to start the whole food plant-based diet? What?
I watched What the Health, and within 9 days, I met Naomi.
Who else watched What the Health and their mind was blown and they wanted to start a whole food plant-based diet immediately? Say aye.
I lost weight right away.
Mm-hmm.
The inflammation around my knee just kind of, there's still pain there occasionally.
Mm-hmm.
However, I'm able to jog now. I'm able, and I know when I've done too much, but there is no visible inflammation around my knee, which is a huge plus. I've been dealing with that for over 10 years.
Luana says, me too. Yeah.
What happened? You sleep better?
What happened with the rosacea?
The rosacea went away. The rosacea took a little bit longer, actually. It started to go away within 60 days.
Put your face close to that thing. Look at her beautiful face. You see that? That's a whole food plant-based diet right there, people. That's it.
Your skin changes. I used to have really dry skin before, and now it's normal skin.
Yeah. Luana says, my knees are so much better too. Yeah, that inflammation. Who else has gone on a whole food plant-based diet and noticed that aches and pains are gone. That kind of stuff.
Yes, aches and pains. I had an achy hip.
You are so beautiful.
Aw, thanks.
Aw.
So it's been, I'll never go back. That's for sure.
Remember we were talking the other day, you were not on the live stream. Did you watch the live stream?
I watched it back.
The psychic switch.
Yes, I watched that one back.
What was the psychic switch for you?
The psychic switch for me was, I'd have to say it was a combination of things. Health.
Your health improved so quickly.
It's just, yeah, once you feel what it feels like to be on a plant-based diet, you don't want to go back to the way you used to feel because you think that that's normal until you try a different diet. I've never felt this good. I've never woken up in the morning and I feel 10 years younger, body-wise. You know, I was waking up and starting to feel closer to my age and older. So for me, it's definitely health. You know, I don't crave any food around me. Like if somebody's eating other types of food around me, it's fine, but I don't crave any of that.
Yes, Don was telling me this morning that his daughter whipped out some, and he's only been on a plant-based diet for how many weeks? 3 weeks? He just started, and his daughter whipped out the ice cream, and his wife heard him say, "Oh no, I don't want that. I don't want any of that." He didn't want it.
Yeah, I mean, you can make banana ice cream.
Yeah, nice cream.
Yeah.
Actually, nice to you, nice cream.
Right.
Rachel says the aha moment. Yes, definitely.
So, and, you know, my husband switched his diet, my daughter switched her diet, my sister switched her diet.
They've all been to the potlucks.
Yes.
Plant-based potlucks in town.
My son's 16, he likes to eat everything.
Yeah.
So, but he will eat this food. You know, he'll eat anything, really. So
I think the important thing is giving kids a choice. Modeling, would you agree with this? Modeling what the behavior is or what's healthy, and then letting them choose when they're outside of the house.
Right. And as I think as kids mature, they start to care more about their health and how they look. So they want to eat and live a lifestyle that's going to make them feel good and make them look better.
Look better too, and he is very. He plays basketball still.
Plays basketball. He just started boxing.
And I saw him lifting weights and stuff.
Yep.
And he is looking better. And there was a point where he was concerned about that.
Yep, I think there was last year. Last year, yeah. He doesn't want to gain weight. He wants to, you know, feel good.
Be
he wants to look good. Definitely.
Is that doing good there?
Yep, that's good.
Okay. Jesse says, I'm eating veggies I hated before. Jesse, what are some veggies that you love now that you hated before? For me, Brussels sprouts. You people who have heard me a million times, you know that I eat Brussels sprouts like donut holes. It's crazy.
I didn't like Brussels sprouts either. I actually don't like and didn't like before, and I still don't, but I haven't given it a fair chance this time. Beets.
My God, I love beets.
I have never liked beets. I've hated it. As a child, I was actually anemic, which is funny because I ate a lot of meat. And I was given a lot of beets, and I really didn't like it then. I did try it in a salad, I'd have to say maybe a year ago, and it wasn't as bad as I remember.
Beets are the bomb. You really
I think it's
love them.
Yeah, I think I just need to try it again with fresh taste buds.
With fresh new taste buds.
Yes.
Rachel is saying potlucks, so jealous. So let me tell you a little potluck story. Before I went vegan, there weren't any vegan potlucks in this town. And there weren't many vegans. And whatever vegans there were, they were hiding in their houses. But then I came out of the vegan closet.
Yes.
And I started talking about it. And in my coaching certification, there was a woman from Arizona, and she had started this Verde Valley Vegans, and she was telling us about how wonderful it was to start potlucks and have people coming to her house and like the whole community. And I was so jealous because I was really shy, and actually before I became vegan, I never talked to anybody like this. I would not have gone to those chamber events. I would not talk to people on a video. None of that.
Me either. Me either.
Heck no.
No. I think it's when you're passionate about something, you want to
share it.
You want to share it, especially if it's something that's going to improve someone's health, like it's improved yours.
So,
this is looking nice.
So, So I remember just thinking like, oh gosh, I could never do that. That's what I thought. I could never do that. So I would say about 6 months later, the lady at the yoga studio, the owner of our beautiful yoga studio, Kasia Kowalski, she asked me, would I teach a vegan cooking class? She knew my whole story. I came back there bald, like she knew everything after the cancer treatments, and she asked me if I would do a cooking class. And I did a cooking class. Like, she's the person who started me on this whole thing. Like, I'm not a chef. I don't know how to cook anything. Like, who am I to cook? So she started that, and then she said to me, well, how can we get more people involved? And I was like, well, I know people have potlucks. And she was like, let's do it. And she's a person who, like, she gets an idea and she just acts on it. Right, Don? We were talking about that today. The owner of this yoga studio in town, she's exactly like that.
She's so sweet.
You
and
know
so
her.
fun, yes.
Yeah. So, so she's the one who said to do it. And then I wanted to do it with the movie screenings. And you want to know why that is? It's because I'm shy and I didn't want to have to like talk the whole time. So I thought, okay, let's play the movies because the movies do all the talking. And if I was going to have people, so you know, right, what I'm about.
Yeah,
right?
Yes, I feel the same way.
So, so that's how I started the potluck. So my whole point is, Rachel, consider finding other vegans in your community. Start talking about it wherever you go. Start telling somebody, oh, you started a plant-based diet. Start telling somebody about a new recipe you learned while you're at the supermarket and see what happens. Like, I wear this necklace. This has a carrot here. And on the back it says, go vegan. See,
I have to order one of those.
Look, see the carrot?
Yes.
Let me turn my back right to you. The carrot, and then it says, go vegan.
I want one.
Want.
Yes, I want to order one.
So, so this way people can like find me easier, and you can have a potluck at your house with 5 people. And I guarantee you, like if you look on my Facebook profile of these potlucks, it is so much fun, and the food is so good. And what's great about the potlucks is that a lot of people will be resistant to a whole food plant-based diet because they don't understand what the food is like, right?
Right.
They have no idea what could it taste like. And when you have a potluck and everybody brings the different dishes, of course, a potluck relies on some experienced vegan cooks to bring some of the dishes. But when you're able to show people what that food tastes like, it's the aha moment that will get them started. And so now I do whatever potluck anybody suggests to do. That's how that goes. So that's my rant on...
You could do it at work.
You could do it at work. You could do it at home. You could do it at church. You could do it wherever you're thinking there might be an opportunity.
Do a birthday party themed around plant-based food.
If it's your birthday party.
If it's your birthday party, yeah.
But the most successful one that I've done is the one I did last night, which is the rice and bean.
I saw pictures.
Oh my God.
That was a lot of food.
40 people brought fixins for that, and then I taught them how to make the rice and bean mix. And I never made a burrito bar that was that long. It was
super long.
It was so long. It was like that. And there was so much amazing food there. And the thing is that everybody's able to make their own burrito the way they want, and everybody was able to like have the mix be in whatever way they wanted. And I always highly recommend a burrito bar, especially for like if you're having a picnic or you want to invite people over to your house and not have the meat issue.
Right.
You just say, this is a burrito bar and this is here, and that's it.
Right.
You don't say there's meat or there's not meat.
Right.
And if you want to serve meat, you can serve it separately, and this way you can have your plant-based...
That's what I did for my daughter's birthday. We had a burrito bar. We did have meat on the end, but
Yeah.
everything else was plant-based food.
And that is amazing. Oh, back to Jessie. Let's backtrack. Vegetables we used to hate. Mushrooms, bean sprouts, avocados, and cabbage. I bet you love avocados now,
Yes.
right? And I love that you like bean sprouts. Bean sprouts are fantastic, and so are mushrooms, and so is cabbage. Those are all big, huge cancer fighters.
I think I used to like, I've always liked all food except for beets.
Luana has a tip for you I'm going to tell you next.
My husband did not like all foods, and he eats everything now.
My husband liked no fruits and no vegetables. He ate meat and potatoes and pizza. That was his 3 food groups. And now, well, you saw what he eats like. I don't need to tell you guys what he eats like now. You've seen him on camera actually doing the eating of the vegetables and the beans and the fruits and everything. So Luana said, try roasting them. Yeah, you roast them. It's wonderful. Judy says, be sure to get organic beets. That's because they grow in the ground. Luana says, I post pics of my food on Snapchat and my kids' friends love it. Now that's brave. I don't go on Snapchat. But she's got a teenager who's 15. Do you go on Snapchat?
I do.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I have just my family on there though. But whenever I'm making anything here, you know, my daughter's friends, they all want to taste it, and
because it all
boyfriend
smells so good.
Yes, it does smell amazing. That's another thing with cooking with this type of food. All the aromas come out. It's so yummy.
Don, tell everybody in the comments what happened with your wife when we were cooking today at Don's house. We made split pea soup with butternut squash in the Instant Pot. Tell everybody what happened with your wife when that was cooking and she smelled it. Judy says, your food always looks so yummy, Luana. That's true, Luana. Judy says, oh, about my husband? He not only eats, but he cooks as well. He has commandeered my Instant Pot, and he made that jackfruit jambalaya. That's the craziest thing. Yeah, he totally does. He totally does. So, so tell us how you learned, back on your whole health journey, tell us how you learned about the oil thing.
Through you.
But what was
I wasn't
happening?
losing any weight. And so, not only was I not losing any weight, but I did have a little bit of an outbreak. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember the outbreak.
I think it took some time for me to get the oils and everything really out of my system, and that's what the acne was about. And occasionally I'll get acne. I mean, you know, I don't have perfect skin, but that went away. But the oil was adding 100 to 300 calories a day of fat to my diet.
Are we still on?
We're still on.
I should have put that on airplane mode. That is a newbie mistake.
But the oils, yes, I was adding 100 to 300 calories of oil to my diet.
And what she means by that is that she was cooking with it, maybe putting it on salad dressings.
Salad dressings.
So if you know that oil is 120 calories per tablespoon, you add up what you have during a day, it comes out to 300 or more generally.
Right. I mean, I wasn't really using that much, but as soon as I cut that out, I did see immediate weight loss. I saw a decrease in inflammation around my knee. My skin cleared up. It was almost in the beginning that I realized it after talking to Naomi. So I was able to get it out of my diet pretty early on.
But I remember there was another thing. Your cholesterol came down really fast, but your blood sugar did not. And so when you went back to the doctor, you still had the same blood sugar.
Right.
And she texted me like this. She was like, I'm pissed.
Yes.
What'd you text me? Why?
My sugar is still high.
Why is my sugar still high? And that's when I said, are you still eating oil? And that's actually what happened.
Right.
You forget.
I do. I think everything happened all in the beginning. So after the 6-month mark, I was fine.
Yeah.
Like I knew what to eat. I knew, you know, pretty much what to eliminate as far as the oils. Like a lot of people like to make stir fry and they like to add a little bit of olive oil. I had to get out of that habit.
Yeah.
So that was all within 6 months.
Yeah, she acted immediately. She saw what the health. You saw what the health. She acted immediately, and then when I told her,
adjusted after.
And then when I told her the thing about the oil and the 120 calories, she was like, "Oh my God!" It was like the light bulb moment again, and
it's a learning process too.
She acted quick. Luana says, isn't it amazing how much oil is in everything? Yes, when you read, it is in everything. Luana says, I had no idea until Naomi showed me. Yeah, that's a big thing that we do.
Well, it was in my can.
It was in that can right there.
But, you know.
And it's right here in this broth.
It is not.
Canola oil.
Oh no.
15 calories, so not a lot, but Progresso is the best brand.
Oh.
So a lot of things I talk about with my clients is that organic, just because it says organic, does not always mean it's the best choice. It can still have food chemicals, and it can still have oil, and it can still have salt and sugar. None of those have anything to do with organic.
So
organic just means not pesticides.
So Progresso.
Progresso.
Aw.
Yeah.
Darn.
So there you go. See, it's in everything.
It is in everything. It's
I
hard to
knew
get
that
away
one.
from it. You did?
Yeah, I did.
Oh no.
I was just waiting for the right moment. So once you got the oil out,
Well, for the most part, I guess.
yeah.
I started to see a change in my health. I saw a change in my weight. I saw a change in inflammation, my skin.
It's like once you stop adding those tablespoons of oil,
Right.
just tablespoons and tablespoons. For me, it was like 5 tablespoons, so 620 calories
right.
of oil.
We used to fry things in it.
Yeah.
So-
I used to, and the salad dressing, and just.
And like when we go out, we are laxed on it. Like we don't eat meat or anything like
Right,
that.
right,
but
right.
we
It's-
understand that there's oil in the food.
Yeah.
Probably lots of it. So
Yeah.
you know, you eat out less, or you can sometimes ask the chef to modify your food. And
I
leave
found
it-
out at Carrabba's, if you say, please don't add any more oil, they will not.
Yeah.
Whatever oil is in the sauce, they do, but they won't add more
Anymore.
to the vegetables in the dish.
the-
And the first time we got that veggie positano, it was really oily. And then,
But we get that too. That's what,
yeah, the veggie
yeah.
positano. So you say, no oil, please don't add any oil to it.
I will now.
And then it comes much better.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So, how's that doing? Did
So
we set a
good.
timer?
We did not. I don't set timers.
We did not. She doesn't set timers. Who needs timers?
Pretty much by this time I've changed my clothes. I've taken the dog out, I fed the dog, and then I come back and
What's
chop.
that big piece?
That piece did not get food chopped.
Okay. All right. We'll see how that goes. It'll probably get soft anyway, right?
Yes.
Luana says they sneak that oil in there. It's so frustrating because they think it makes it taste better, but it just makes it taste greasy, right?
Well, now that I don't add oil to my foods,
Mm-hmm.
when I go to a restaurant, it does taste oily to me.
Oh, yeah. It tastes like a coating on your tongue, and you're like... Luana says Waffle House will steam hash browns. Good to know. That's wonderful to know. That really is. I go to the press box and I say, please don't add oil to my home fries, and make me a double order with all the vegetables you have in the kitchen, and I get this pile.
You posted that, right?
Yes, I did.
Yes.
Yes, I did. It is delicious. And I also get that at hotels. You know where they have the omelet chef?
Yeah.
So if you go to a hotel and there's an omelet chef, you just say, hey, can you make me a veggie potato omelet with no omelet? And they'll look at you funny, but then they'll be like, oh, so you just want sauteed veggies? And then you go, yeah, and can you not add any more oil to that? And they'll be like, they'll think for a minute, they'll be like, yeah, I can do that. And then they do it, and it's like the greatest thing ever, ever. So you're gonna show us the TVP?
Here's the TVP. It's a third.
Let me write it down.
It's a third of a cup. I don't add a whole lot.
Oh, you added to the pot. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Do you not add it to the pot?
No, you're supposed to reconstitute it separately, but she adds it to the pot, so that's good.
So you make it separately?
I did that with you that time.
I know, but I just thought you were showing me. I didn't know
No,
that.
you're supposed to reconstitute it separately, and then when it's soft, you add it in.
Oh, okay.
But it doesn't matter.
It's gonna get soft.
It's going to get soft
Yes.
because it's liquid, but it will take up some of the liquid.
We can
All right.
add a little more water to it.
When is that done?
That's done.
Okay, so you want to make that now?
Yes.
Okay, so now, so the rice is done. So now we're gonna make the cilantro lime rice. And if you guys have any questions for Rosana about rosacea or about how her cholesterol came down or how she reversed her diabetes, please ask. Jessie says, eating out is so frustrating and I'm still learning where to go. So you can pretty much go anywhere as long as you are creative with looking at the menu and asking for what you want. And I've also found that just by telling the waiter or the manager that you're vegan and asking them what can they do for you, you will find that very often they will do lots.
They will accommodate. I've
Yeah.
never found anyone
Yeah.
that doesn't.
Yeah, I've never found anyone that doesn't. My brother once had like not that great of an experience where.
He's vegan as well, right?
Yeah, my brother's vegan too, yeah. My brother went vegan his wife has MS, and he went vegan because he thought that if she adopted the whole food plant-based diet that she would have some relief from her MS symptoms and that this would help reverse that condition. But she didn't want to go vegan, and so she still hasn't, and he did.
Oh, he's stuck with it.
Yeah, yeah. Judy says Ruby Tuesday. What's that? The cilantro?
That's what I'm gonna. Yes.
Oh, can you bring it over here?
Yes.
Okay. So how much is that?
Well-
Half the pack, or how do you want to say it? Half a bunch?
A little less than half.
A little less than half a bunch of cilantro. So now we're making the cilantro lime rice. Hold on, let me get caught up here. Okay. A little less than half. Bunch of cilantro. Okay. So she's going to put that in her mini chop again, and she's going to chop that up. Michael says, I bring my own salad dressing to make sure it is fat-free.
I've done that.
Good for you. I've done that as well. And my husband, when he used to drink, vegan coffee creamer, he would bring that as well. Judy says she does that too. And last time when we made dress dough, did you guys see that video where Rosana and I made dress dough? It was a pesto dressing that was, what was it, cilantro and parsley?
It's cilantro,
Parsley and
it's got
vinegar.
Red yes. It's
And
got,
red pepper. It was
Yes.
spicy as all get out. And she brings that everywhere they go, and it's delicious. If anybody wants that dress dough recipe, you comment right here, and I'll put it in the comments later when I get home. Woo! It's gonna be good. Okay. Do you put it in a big bowl, or do you do it right in there?
I transfer to a bowl.
Okay, so we're gonna get a bowl. We got a lime squeezer. We're gonna lime it up. Gina says yes. Judy says yes. Luana says I don't even use salad dressing anymore. Yeah.
Sometimes I don't either.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just eat it without like the tomatoes has juice. Whatever I'm putting in there has juice. So.
Avocado makes
Lime?
it creamy, and lime, all of that. Yeah. Yes. Today. I posted it on Instagram, I think. Today, yesterday I had that big potluck with the rice and bean salad. Today, I put it on massaged kale with avocado and lime, and I rolled it around, and that was beautiful, and I had never actually done that before. All right, so what do?
All right, so first
She put the
you put
cilantro.
half of your whatever you chopped up. Put half of it in a bowl, and then
Half
let me get
cilantro in a
clean
bowl.
spoon from here.
Can I do the squeezing part?
Yes.
Yay!
Then this is still hot.
Look at these nice limes.
Then the rice that was in my rice cooker. I'm just gonna add because I do this fresh.
Yeah, we're doing it fresh
So
right now.
I don't add the whole pot.
Oh, so you do? Oh, she's saying she does it fresh every time. So what I'm guessing that if you love cilantro, you could put more. If you love lime, you could put more.
And I
right?
won't put the whole thing if you don't like a lot of cilantro.
I love cilantro.
Okay. I'll put the whole
Love,
thing.
love, 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 love. Who here is one of those people who loves cilantro, and who is one of those people who hates cilantro and thinks it tastes like soap?
I was just I was talking to our doctor today at work, and
Yeah.
he thinks it tastes like soap, but he keeps eating it because he feels like it's something he should like.
You know what? If you don't like it, you should not eat it. That's my feeling. However, did you know that that's hereditary?
Really?
I found that out on 23andMe. I did 23andMe, and it comes up that you either have the gene for liking cilantro or not.
Wow.
So your doctor does not have the gene for liking cilantro.
I have to tell him that.
All right. So then rice, and then the other half goes on top.
Yes.
So how many cups of rice would you say that is? 2 cups?
Yeah,
It's not much.
It's about 2 cups.
So again, there's no recipe for this. It's you put
As
whatever
much as
you
you
like.
like.
Now, what if somebody didn't like, how much of this should I put?
The whole thing.
A whole half a lime?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
How about salt and pepper? No?
Nope, I already put a little bit of salt while I was cooking. The lime
Okay.
gives it great flavor.
Judy said, what kind of rice? This is regular white rice.
Correct.
Ooh. Oh, can I smell it?
Yes.
Show them what that looks like. Oh, yeah.
It's
Oh,
fresh. It tastes better fresh. Once you heat it up, the cilantro gets kind of brown.
Yeah.
So I always like to do it fresh.
That makes sense. Good to know because you don't want to serve somebody something with brown stuff. Is everybody else hearing me okay? Michael is saying that he can't hear us or he lost us. Judy, it seems like she's saying is okay. Can somebody please give me a thumbs up, a yes, I can hear you, so that we know that the broadcast is good? All right. I want a real fork.
Okay.
Real forks.
All right, some people are funny about that.
Yeah, I'm funny about that, right? All right, here we go. Oh my God, that makes the rice so much different.
It's good. It's really good.
Oh my God, it's so tasty. Rosana can hear us. Okay.
This is your, we're gonna later throw our bean, our chili bean red lentil stew on top of this. And pretty much you put as much rice
As you
much
want.
right.
Right. So you want to test. I shouldn't do it because you want to test the potatoes. What's your way of testing when it's done?
What I do is I just kind of look for liquid, depending on depending on who in my house is eating. Some people like it with more liquid. But
So this is a stew, so it's nice and thick. Show everybody what that looks like. See how thick that is? Here, let me stir it around. You see how thick that is? It's nice and thick. So this is really a stew. Sorry.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a little bit.
And test it. So we're going to test for spices now. This is what she was talking about in the beginning. If you didn't hear her, she said she puts, a little bit in while cooking. But
I'm
then
also
when
checking the potatoes to
then when
make sure
it's
those
done-
are done.
Yeah.
I don't think it needs anything.
Ah!
I'm gonna serve some.
All right. So, for all of you guys, so I want to give everybody a little tip. Oh my God, that smells amazing. It smells amazing. For all of you guys who aren't very familiar with different spices, I've heard this a lot in the group before, and also from beginners who are really just not, very knowledgeable on what the different spices taste like and feel like. If you make a stew like this and you have these little testing bowls, you can put smoked paprika on this one, and then make another bowl and put curry on that one, and another bowl and put chili powder on that one, and taste them all and see which one you like, right? Because
I've actually done that before.
yeah, little tasting bowls, yeah. Oh, smoky.
It is. It doesn't need anything, does it?
I'd probably put a little salt in mine, but it's delicious.
We can add salt to it.
All right, let's serve it up. Oh my God, this is so
I
nice.
have my half a teaspoon. What do you think? Another half or a whole?
Yeah, half. Maybe even a quarter. I don't want to make it salty, the whole thing. Make it how you like it. Put just a little bit.
I don't mind salt.
I think you guys are going to want to make this weekend. So I better tomorrow get this recipe up, right? If only we had a Smell-O-Vision app. Why isn't there an app for that
I've always
yet?
wanted to share the sense of something.
Yeah, it smells so good. All right. You ready?
What I would do right now, just because there's some bigger potatoes here, is I would probably add a little bit, maybe just a little tiny bit of liquid,
Okay.
just because some of the carrots didn't all the way cut, but I'm just gonna add a little bit.
Okay. So how long did we put this in for? 30 minutes?
Yes.
Okay. So let me go back and say 30 minutes. How long has it been? Does anybody know how long we've been doing this?
It's 6:25. We started at about 5:30.
But we didn't get it
But
all
we didn't get
done.
it all in
Right.
there.
So probably it's been 25 minutes, I bet.
Yeah.
All right, so we want to simmer it for 30 minutes.
Yeah, simmer for 30. And if you get your potatoes a little smaller, you could even do it in 20. I've done it in 20.
Yeah, I think the key is having everything be a similar size.
Right.
Yeah.
Carrots usually take longer to cook, so that's why I put them in the food processor.
What could somebody do if they don't like cilantro? Could they do this with
Parsley. I've done it with parsley.
What else? Could you do with basil and lemon?
I've never tried that. That might be our next cooking.
Basil and lemon.
Yeah. I'm going to have to try that. I've never tried that.
That sounds really good. I just made that up.
I've done parsley before. I've done, that's all.
I think that's a great idea. But that's because you love cilantro, so you don't want to even go away from it because it's so delicious. All right, should we chow down?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. So, who's got a question about weight loss on a whole food? Oh, what pretty plates! About weight loss on a whole food
Is that good
plant-based
rice? You
diet.
want more?
That's good.
You don't want more?
I do want more.
Okay.
Let's do half and half. I know some of you are in this for weight loss, and so, well, as one of the primary reasons, because once you lose the weight, you actually improve all the other markers. So if you go in it for weight loss, oh, isn't that pretty? And you already took pictures of this, or I'm going to need to take more pictures? Gosh, that's so
I am
pretty.
going to take a fresh picture.
Take fresh pictures.
I will.
Okay. Here, I'll hold this for you. So, what was I saying about weight loss? So, why is this amazing weight loss food? Do you know why? For those who don't eat salt, add celery, brags, or lemon. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
I've replaced my salt with lemon.
Yeah. And if you didn't want this so chunky, you could probably whoosh it just a little bit with an immersion blender if you wanted to. All right, take a good picture. Here she goes. You got the good light on it too, right?
Yeah. Oh, actually, the light's over here.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Take a few.
Okay. Yeah, back it up a little bit. All right. High in fiber. Connie says it's high in fiber. It's high in fiber, vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, phytochemicals, fluids, right? All of these things, but what's not in here? There's no fat and there's no cholesterol. So your body just uses this for fuel. Where's my fork? Your body.
It's delicious.
Oh my God. Your body just, oh, look at this. Wait. What? Okay, let's go. You ready? Wait, here, come. Let's do it together.
I've already had like 3
Ready?
bites.
You ready?
1, 2, 3.
Oh my God, this is so good. And if you like cilantro, this is for you. So what was I saying? And there's no fat in this, so your body knows how to use all of these whole foods and extract those vitamins and minerals and fiber and fluids, and it uses them and it sweeps out the toxins and it sweeps out the inflammation and it sweeps out the cell damage and it sweeps out the fat and it sweeps out the cholesterol from your arteries. And that's why a whole food plant-based diet can reverse obesity, being overweight, type 2 diabetes, heart disease symptoms like lowering your blood pressure and your cholesterol, reversing blockages. If you are having that kind of problem, or you know somebody who does, and you watch Forks Over Knives, you will get an explanation and showing the studies where the artery blockage shrank. So, amazing.
Choose a different veggie broth. Choose a different.
Use a different veggie broth, and use regular beans. So what could we do to like add this, like a hit of spice on this? Make it spicy.
Do you want cayenne?
Yeah.
Or red pepper?
Oh my God. Oh, what do we have?
We have red pepper and cayenne. Which one did you want to try?
Those are too big of pieces. Sprinkle me nice. Who here likes things hot?
Did you want more?
Nope, that's good. I'm gonna mix it in a little.
I'm doing the same.
Probably I'll be crying now, but it'll be worth it.
Yes.
Right?
You could even add fresh jalapenos.
Oh, fresh jalapenos. That's a great idea.
You know what I do is I go to the farm, get a bunch of jalapenos, and I don't know if I have any here.
Oh, we don't have to cut them up now. Because by the time you cut them up, by the time you cut them up, I'd be done.
They might be in the other garage, but I mean in the other fridge in the garage.
Oh my God, you guys.
I always keep fresh jalapeno in the fridge.
I gotta tell you, nothing I make is like this. This is totally new and different.
You like it?
Yeah. Oh my God. It's delicious. Oh my God. So that's pretty much it that we have for you today. If
Sorry,
you,
I sneezed.
Oh, that was a sneeze, or I thought it was like from the heat. So tomorrow I will write this up. I will get it up on the website with pictures. And I'll post it in the group. God bless you. She's sneezing from the cayenne pepper. And I will post this in the group so that you guys can make this weekend if you want to. And I want to make an announcement about the plant-based blast-off class is filling up. And we have such a wonderful group of people getting ready to start that class on April 1st. Rachel says, bon appetit, ladies.
Thank you.
And so, so for anybody who has not enrolled in that, if you ask me for the link to it, I will post that right here. But it's also at the top of the announcements in the group. And for anybody who is struggling to get started or needs to get back on track, this is the class for you. Because I do a smattering of everything. The nutrition, the medical evidence, cooking tips in my kitchen.
Checking labels.
Checking labels. There is a label day. Eating out. It's a little bit of everything. And so I have heard that one of the best parts of it is how I simplify starting out. Because a lot of people get all overwhelmed. So this class is perfect for that. So if you want to take the plant-based blast-off class, you just let me know and I'll give you that link so that you can sign up to start April 1st. And the other announcements that I have, oh, I didn't get it out, did I? I didn't get it out. We have 2 retreats coming up. One, I'm not sure exactly where it is. There's in my my date book in that brown bag. We have 2 retreats coming up. One is in Williston, Florida, and it's a weekend retreat. I think it's right here. Oh, dang it. I don't know where the paper is. Here it is. Okay. It's a weekend retreat, and it's at Devil's Den, and we're going to be cooking all whole food plant-based. It looks like this. If you see the event in our group, and we're going to be cooking all whole food plant-based meals the entire weekend so that whether you're already vegan or you're vegan curious and wondering like, how does that feel? How does it taste when you first do it? You'll get to taste some of my favorite recipes, my clients' favorite recipes, and we cook everything together. And then it's a bit of a busting through your fears kind of a weekend, because you see that snorkeling picture? We go snorkeling in this prehistoric cave that is a spring. Have you ever been to Devil's Den?
My son has. I haven't.
Oh my God, you should come on this. And then Devil's Den is right next to a beautiful Japanese spiral botanical garden. And so we spend the next day in that garden, and then the next day rambling around the woods. There's 5 acres of woods there. We go rambling around in there. David, my husband David, leads us on a walk there. And we also did this cool thing. We did this, you see this? We're all in the tree. On the real thing, you can see that we're all in the tree in the different parts. And we did this amazing meditation in a tree.
That sounds wonderful.
Yeah, it really was just so beautiful and so fun. And this time I invited the yin yoga teacher from, you know, Ray from the yoga studio?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he does this yin yoga, and we're also going to be doing a sound therapy practice where these people are coming to perform for us a sound therapy practice, and we're going to be doing that under the stars. It's going to be magical, along with fire circles and everything else. That's happening April 26th here in Florida, and I have people coming from Indiana, group members from this group. It's going to be off the rails, so that if you've ever thought that you want to like get together with me, or you want to learn cooking, or you want to have adventures with like-minded people, this is the thing to do. And then we're doing it again in September, but I don't know if you even know about this. We are going to be doing a week-long hiking adventure between Bryce and Zion Canyons. We're going to be going into the canyons. We're going to be doing a service project at the Best Friends Animal Sanctuary. We're going to be staying in a house right in between both of those. And we're going to be cooking all the food together for a whole week.
I didn't know that.
Vegan for a whole week on a total adventure trip. So we are so psyched for all of that. So I want to let you guys know that trip is in September. So like if you were planning, you know, an epic yearly trip to do something really amazing with friends, like how often do you get to travel with like-minded people, eat vegan and not worry about it? Like you don't have to like scramble worrying about what you're going to eat. This is going to be an awesome trip. So this was a dream of me and my husband to like start doing these trips like so that we could travel together with people. So those are the announcements. We have a plant-based blast-off class starting. I have another 10-week whole food plant-based no oil weight loss group starting. If you want in on that program, please message me immediately. And the 2 retreats. So that's what's going on. Lots going on. And
it sounds nice.
It sounds nice.
Especially the retreat.
Yeah, so much fun. So, what? Look, she's done, and I'm blah, blah,
I'm sorry,
blah.
I was hungry.
I'm hungry, too. So, anybody have any questions? Let me see if we got everybody. Okay, Connie knows about fiber for sure. She took my nitty-gritty nutrition class, and she knows. Jessie says, oh, I wish I could come. It sounds amazing. Yeah, it's worth saving up for, just like any trip you would save up for. It's worth thinking about. Okay? So, thank you, Rosana, for giving us your recipe and telling us your story. And
And 2 years later, I'm going to get blood work done next month. So I will be posting those numbers.
I can't wait to see those numbers. And all of you who have health successes or are feeling better or get those numbers from your doctor, please, please share it in the group, because it lets everybody know that they can do this for themselves. We have a lot of people who are shy. They don't get on these live streams, right? They're like I used to be. And so the more you guys talk about how you're feeling or the weight you're losing, or even if you ask questions and things like that, it lets people know they're not alone. And that's really important when people are sick and feeling helpless. So I want to thank you, members of my group, who are constantly doing that, like Rosana. And I'll get that recipe up for you, and I can't thank you enough for sharing that with us.
Thanks for eating dinner with me.
Yum! I'm going to keep chowing down, everybody. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Bye.
Have a great weekend.